Hello everyone, this is Razor Flamekun, and in this episode of the Azure Dreams Let's Play, we are going to finally begin heading down the Tower of Monstrosity into the basement. Now, going down the tower is quite a bit different than going up the tower, because first of all, as you saw in the preview episode of the basement, there are 99 floors in the basement, meaning that it's going to be a long trip down. The other thing to mention is that you are able to skip floors you've already been to using the things, the descenders. That's what they're called. Couldn't remember what they were called for some reason. Also, one thing I should mention is that you should bring down 3 Tamions with you, because going down the tower is, as I said, a much different experience than going up. This trip I'm gonna bring no, we've seen enough of Yonkash for a while. I think I'm gonna go ahead and bring Eskance with us. Yes, let us take Eskance with us. Who actually has, oh wow, I actually got his MP up quite a lot. His MP is actually just higher than his HP. Cool. His attack is low though. So yeah, his attack is really low. So what I'm gonna do first before we actually start heading down the tower is I'm going to go ahead and buy a... I actually don't think you can buy wind gems at the place anymore, which kind of stinks. But I'm gonna go into the tower with an Arachne and Eskance, and I'm gonna double his attack again because his attack is too low. At this point in time, and I have the gold to do so. So I'm just gonna go ahead and buy the Arachne egg. And we are going to just head into the tower, and from there we're going to most likely... first I'm going to go ahead and give Nico another 10,000 gold, because I don't need to get... Yep, I really don't need to do much of anything else except give her money. As you can see now, the Sun Tower the Sun Bell is now back in the tower. We are missing the Wind Bell or whatever it's called, and the Water Bell, whatever that's called. But we're not going to be getting those this episode. In fact, I'm just going to be heading into the Tower of Monstrosity. We are going to be going to Fusion, and we're going to be selecting Gantz. And he should maintain his form. And he does. Boom. And let's see. Yay, 86 attack. Cool. So now all I have to do is find a wind gem really quickly, and that should be very quick because they usually pack the first floor with quite a few items. Although this time I'm not seeing any items for some reason. Oh, luckily the trap did not work. Blue oil. Okay, go ahead and use the blue oil. There we go. And yep, this is how you select. You can choose which floor you want. I think that's the case with every single descender. You can decide which floor you want to go down to, which is useful because the way that you should handle the going down the tower is you should go through the first 10 floors of the tower to get Ko up to like level 15, 20, and then you can skip down to like the 30th or 40th floor. And that's really the way that you should handle the tower. Heading down the tower. Anyways, since I didn't really find a wind gem on that floor or this floor. For crying out loud, come on, give me a wind gem so I can exit this tower and actually do what I'm supposed to do in this episode. Oh goody. we find Gosh, and this is going to be our 9th battle with him. Fight, walk away, and Escance, 1 attack. We're done. Wait a sec, wait a while. Yay, we got a Medi-Herb, which I'm going to give to Gantz. And Gantz is now going to have 79 HP. Yay! I think, let's see, what's... Yep, he's going to have 79 HP. So I'm going to go ahead and give that to Gantz, and Gantz is now going to have 79 HP. Now, come on. Give me a wind gem. You seem to give me lots of wind gems on other trips up the tower. Oh, goody, are you gonna give me a wind gem? Ellie, Oko, good timing. Here, I've got something nice for you. Want it? Okay. Wind gem, thank you. Thank you, you definitely came in to give me that wind gem at the right time. Because now I can just head back to town. And there we go. We got Gantz to have his age 6 attack, and that's perfect. And now we are going to go ahead and start heading down the tower. First things first, I need to go up here. I need to take Kuni and Ifrit. And I need to go into my items and get rid of this. And we are going to start heading down the Tower of Monstrosity. Holy crap! Well, this is what happens when you give Nico enough money. As you can see, we now have water coming through the town. And there are a lot of bushes and greenery. And let's go talk to Nico and see what she says. Nico, hey Ko, how's it going? Everyone's really happy about how beautiful this town's gotten. I told you that story before, huh Ko? About that city your dad passed through in his travels, the one he told me about? This dream I've had since I was a kid, and it's come true. I feel so great, and I'm happy. I guess I gotta say thank you to everyone in town who donated money. But it looks like my fundraising days are over, at least for a bit. I really appreciate you're helping out too, Ko. Look, pretty flowers. Thanks to Nico doing all that fundraising, this town's become so much better to live in. And this is going to be the new Montspire from now on. I'm just walking around marveling in the prettiness of the town. We also get new music. But that's enough fiddling around. We're going to head into the Tower of Monstrosity. We have Ifrit and Kuni out. I'm going to go ahead and put Kuni away and take Gantz out. Or going to take Kuni. You go back into bag, and Ifrit, you come back out. Actually, Ifrit doesn't even need to come back out, but I'm going to bring him back out anyways. This is where things get serious. No, not give. Use. We are going to be heading down the tower. And as I mentioned, we are going to be going. We got a gold eye, so that's good. As I mentioned in the preview episode, there are several things that you want to watch out for in the basement. We also get new music, but in the basement there are lots of things to watch out for. There are going to be lots of new monsters. Lots of traps that you might not have seen before, and especially the ones that are extremely devastating in the basement are ones that send you back up a floor. We don't want to watch out for those. Also, do not use feathers in the basement. Feathers are counterproductive and will make you lose ground instead of gain ground. Also, in the basement there are lots of new items to find. There are several new swords you can find, the first of which are the Blessire and Darkwire. The Blessire is kind of It's a very good sword, and it usually comes with a pretty high positive. It usually comes with like a plus 30, plus 20, 25, plus 30, somewhere around there in terms of strength when you get it, and you want to watch out for those. Dark wires are almost always cursed, however you do not want to remove the curse because the curse will actually increase this value somehow, so just remember that. The other sword you can find down here is the Dad Sword, which is the most powerful sword in the game. If you manage to find one, it is highly recommended you use it because it is extremely good. And another thing to note is that on these, it is extremely critical, especially when you are on your first trip down, that you kill every monster you see, because Ko will need to be leveled up very quickly and will need to continue being leveled up. So just remember that. As for shields you can find down here, there's a new shield you can find down here called the Forever Shield. If you find it, consider yourself extremely lucky because they are extremely hard to find. They also usually come with an extremely high positive modifier, usually between plus 30 and 40, meaning and it also doesn't rust. Now, another thing to mention about the basement is the monsters you find in the basement are are higher level than on your way up the tower. For example, when you're going up the tower, the first few floors, they were all like level 1, 2, 3. On the very first floor of the basement, all of the monsters are level 3 and 4. And then on the second floor, they are all 4 and 5. So the monster levels go up much more quickly on this floor. And yes, I'm right. I can choose what floor I want to go down to on any of the descenders, which is extremely important to note, because what you want to do when you're heading down in the basement is to go through the first, I'd say 5 or 6 floors to get Ko up levels, and once you get Ko up a significant number of levels, then you're going to be good enough. And God, I also should mention that there are a lot more traps in the basement. I mean, a lot more. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to go ahead and use the gold eye that I found, and let's check out the map. Wow, there's only 2 more items on this floor. So you want to go and pick up every sword and shield you find, as well as any wands you find, because you could find an extremely rare arm wand, which is extremely good wand that sells for a lot. So just keep that in mind. You could get an extremely good sword that extremely good wands that can sell for a lot, and it's also really good for using. But there we go. Oh my god, 1 HP. Oh god. As I mentioned, the basement is extremely dangerous, so you want to take going down the tower much more seriously than going up the tower, because you need to. Oh, and hopefully I'm able to get Ko up another level soon. Yep, he'll be up another level soon. And there's another seed over here. What seed is this? A sea seed. There's something we haven't seen in a while. There's Ifrit. And there's Gans, sorry, and Ifrit. Both of them have attack up, which means my attack is going to be pretty strong. But there's nothing really left for us to do, so we're just going to head down to B3. And we are now Tower of Monstrosity basement floor. Oh, there's a sword. Okay, well, I'm gonna try and head straight for the sword. Yep, got a zone seed and a wind wire. Okay, let's see. Okay, thankfully it wasn't Holy crap, it's a plus 30. Yeah, that's the other thing. You're gonna start finding a lot of high modifier swords, and I'm actually gonna keep the wind wire equipped for right now. Boom, 20 damage. Yay! 7 experience. Looks like here's another. Oh, there is the first new monster of the basement. I'm very sure that is definitely one of the new monsters. This monster is called an eater. Do not throw any items at the eater, including ova seeds. It will eat crap. Oh, Medusa did not get rusty, but Windwire got rusty. As I mentioned, there's a lot of rust traps in the basement, but as I mentioned, do not throw any items at the eaters, because they will eater will just eat the item. So yeah, you don't want to just including ova seeds. So just don't bother throwing items at it, because none of them they'll just eat them. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and just equip my firewire again, and we're gonna continue grinding around these floors to hopefully get Ko up to level 6. He really should be higher level than he is. Good, he's now level 6, but he should be like level 8 by now, because we are on B3 already. Yeah, you really, and when you're going down the tower, you really have to grind a lot more, which makes for a longer video, is going to make for longer videos. When we're heading in the basement, I'm going to probably make each video 25-ish minutes long, 20 to 25 minutes long, or it'll vary, but it'll be around 20 to 25 minutes long, I think. Oh, here's another eater. I'm not. Eaters you'll only be able to find on B1 through B4, so just keep that in mind. We're just gonna go down to the next floor. Also, it's even more important that you save after every floor. Okay, there's the descender to floor 5, which is the floor I ended off on in the basement, heading down in the preview episode. But now that we're actually going to be heading down here, we are definitely, see, they're level 8 already, and we're only on B4. So yeah, this is pretty much, if you go down too fast, Ko will become obsolete, and you're gonna have to rely completely on your Tamions, which is not a good thing. And that's also the case if you skip floors, which is not recommended. It's not you should always go through the first 5 floors to get Ko up to like level 10. Then once you do that, you can start to skip floors if you want to, but I just wouldn't recommend skipping floors unless you absolutely have to, and there are no items on this floor. Oh my god, this is a really bad floor. Sometimes that happens where you find absolutely no items on a floor in the basement. Okay, there's the descender again. It looks like this is going to be a 4-item floor. Ooh, we got a forge. What the heck is that? A very hard shield made of steel. Okay, let's equip it. And let's see what its modifier is. Oh, plus 28. Okay, well, the Medusa is now going to be put on the shelf. Anyways, on this floor, starting on B5, you start to find mushrooms again, which will use Chinook, so just keep that in mind. I'm going to be right back. Alright, I'm back. And what I was just checking out some things that you find on these floors. One thing to mention on the floor 1 through B4, eater eggs are paisley eggs. So if you find an egg on those floors, they are most likely going to be paisley eggs, and they're going to be eater eggs. Now, starting on this floor, which is B5, and going through B9, or B9, no, B8, you'll start to find a new Tamion called Mandrake. They act very similar to Mushroom. So, unfortunately, I do not know what the Mushroom egg type is because I haven't found one, and neither has the creator of the guide I've been using has for this LP. He hasn't found one either. So, but if you find an egg on this floor, it could be a ham troll egg, it could be a mushroom egg, or it could be a mandrake egg. Good Tamions to use on these floors are going to be the mom. Escance is going to be extremely helpful on this floor, and this seems to be a 4-room floor. Whew. So you want to stick around these floors for a while, depending upon. God. Yeah, Gans is gonna lose MP like crazy, so crap. I'm gonna go ahead and call her Gans. And I'm just gonna use Ifrit for while I'm grinding. So that oh, there. The monster directly above me is a Mandrake. Thankfully, I'm able to take care of them in one shot. But that's a Mandrake egg, in case you actually find one. Or a Mandrake, in case you actually want to see what they look like. That's what they look like. Anyways, Code's now level 8. And I think that's good enough to just head down to the next floor. Now, we are entering new territory because in the preview of the basement, I only went down to the 5th floor. So, the 5th floor of the basement, that is. So, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and use a Monster Eye. Ah, yes, thank you. I can't be paralyzed. Oh, and there's a monster egg over there. Could it be a Mandrake egg? I don't know. Let's find out. Flames, Ifrit's been poisoned, though. Gained egg. Let's see what kind of egg it is. A check egg. I don't know what that's gonna be, but we'll find out. I'm gonna keep it for sure. Let's see, what season? Oh, there's another thing to mention. There are no seasons in the basement. As you can see, there's no icon indicating the season. So you want to keep that in mind because you're not going to get any special bonuses for going while you're going down the tower for your Tamions. Oh, good, we got a Vivaray. I would highly recommend you try and find at least one Vivaray, 1 or 2 Vivarays while you're heading down the tower, because like going up the tower, there are going to be boss fights going down the tower. Boss fights you're going to face are going to be on floor 30, and another floor 30. 1 second. Floor 80 and floor 98. Those are the 3 boss floors on in this dungeon, or in the basement. So yeah, there's a huge gap between the first and second boss fights. Okay, I have no idea. Oh, duh! I was using the wrong. I was at the wrong. God. Anyways, yeah. Sorry if things kind of got a little, like the music stopped there, but I had to click out of the screen that the game is playing in order to check something out, because I didn't have the boss floors memorized yet. Anyways, Revi Orb. Oh, I think that is the one that you... Holy crap. Ifrit actually took a lot of damage. Yep, It is the one that heals HP. Sweet. Yeah, also, lots of, like, oh god. A lot of the orbs you find down here are going to have a tremendous amount of uses, like 20, like between 15 and 30 uses, depending upon how far down you are. I mean, it's ridiculous how many. Holy crap, there's a lot of enemies on this floor. It's kind of ridiculous how, oh my god, there's a lot of traps. It's kind of ridiculous how many uses some of these items have. Anyways, now that Ko is starting to actually become appropriately leveled, we can start heading down floors. And remember, we're heading down floors, not up. Anyways, 1 second. Sorry about the music stopping and everything again. Had to... Oh my god, a sleep trap. Come on. Oh, there is a mandrake right there. But looks like Ifrit's gonna take care of him. And Ifrit grew to level 33. Awesome! Now come on, Ko, wake up. Thank you. I wanted to scroll back up on this screen so that I can tell you the new monsters that we find on the... starting on floor B9. It is... I do want to mention that you can find items on these floors. It's just that we've been really this trip down the tower has been extremely unlucky. In fact, I don't think I have a... I don't. Oh crap, that's not good. Yeah, the most important item you want is, when you go down the tower, is wind gem, because I actually don't think you find wind gems very often down in the basement. Oh boy, this could be a little rough. So the number one item that we need to find right now is going to be a wind gem. We have to find a wind gem, otherwise we're going to be kind of screwed. Especially if we actually manage to go down fairly far the first trip down. And it actually isn't that uncommon for you to be able to reach the 30th floor, like the B30 on your very first trip down the tower. It's not that uncommon. Especially if you have some pretty high leveled Tamions, like my Ifrit and Kuni, at level 48 and 33 respectively. But it looks like I'm gonna have... There were no items on this floor, so we're gonna have to go down to B8. And again, there's gonna be no items on this floor. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be no items on this floor, and this is B8, so this is gonna be the last floor that we find mandrakes on, and mandrake eggs. So, you want if you didn't find a mandrake egg, go ahead and use one. Go ahead and try and find one, because you won't be able to otherwise. And starting on the next floor is when we're going to start finding new enemies. Anyway, sorry if the music kind of froze there. I was moving the window now. Anyways, there we go. Ko is now level 10. And yep, there's a lot more mandrakes over here. I'm just gonna go ahead and do this and take care of this mandrake. And actually, I should have taken Gantz back out because he's only level 15. And we're just gonna head down to the B9 floor. There are 2 new monsters that we can find on this floor, and yes, wind gem. We can find bombers and ranklins. Bombers, if you get too close to them, they will blow themselves up. They'll cast self-destruct on themselves, and that is going to be very important because you do not want to find them. Or you want to find them, but you really don't want to be in their range when they blow up, because they will deal a lot of damage to you. It's recommended that you have your best Tamion take them down, because if you don't, you'll... Up there. That was a bomber, by the way, that we saw briefly on the screen. It's also a good idea to... There's bomber right there. It's also very important to take them down with ranged weapons if you can. Ranged attacks if you can. You want to take them down before they can blow themselves up. That's how you... Oh, and there's Ranklin right there, the green flame guy. That's Ranklin. He's the wind class flame monster. So just keep that in mind. And wow, there's been so few items on these floors. I'm starting to get kind of creeped out about how few enemies there are on these items there are on these floors. Anyways, we actually got a really good item to use on these floors, trap eyes, because they'll show the locations of traps, which apparently there are none on this floor. There is the descender, and it looks like... Is this going to be another itemless floor? Oh boy. But we did get a Stormire. The last Stormire I found was cursed. Thankfully that one wasn't. And it's still useful to keep that, because even though it doesn't have... Cool, I took care of him in one shot. Because even... Oh, Star Specs. And I forgot what I was talking about. Oh well. Oh yeah, you want to keep all the items that you find on these floors, especially weapons and weapons and shields, because they'll actually sell for quite a bit in stores. Anyways, oh my god, so many items that I really wish that we could find a loaded floor in terms of items, but alas, we're not finding that floor yet. All we're finding... Oh, and now the enemies are up to level 12 already. So this is pretty much what you want to do when you're heading down the tower. Just although you probably should start skipping floors. Anyways, not much else really to talk about. Where the heck was... Didn't I already find the descender? Apparently not. Could have sworn I already found the descender on this floor. Oh, wait. Another wind gem. Cool. Where the heck is the... Where the heck is the descender? Oh, there it is. I could have sworn I found it. And I did. We're gonna head down to the 11th floor of the basement now. And we're still finding the same enemies on this floor, and a floor up trap. That is the bane of your existence in the basement. Thankfully, it sends you back up a floor, which means you can actually find... Oh. Crap. Oh god. Now Ranklin knows Chinook. God damn it. So, yep. That's not cool. Pharaoh Seed. Give that to, we're gonna give that to Ifrit. And is this another wind gem? And what's this? Tame Bell? Yep. Now we're starting to find too many wind gems. We definitely need to start getting rid of some. And Gantz is down to half of his MP already, so we're gonna have to use a big Vit on him. MP of Gans has recovered. Cool. Now I want to get rid of... Oh, I'm gonna use the Star Spec. And let's see what we have in terms of items. Only one more item on this floor. God damn it. Yeah, they're really sparse with the items on the floors down, which really sucks. What? Oh crap. Oh wait, he didn't blow himself up, huh? He's supposed to self-destruct. I guess he doesn't do that all the time though. Anyways, since Ranklin used Chinook on both me and Flame, or Ifrit, both of us aren't even close to level 34, or I'm not nowhere close to my next level, and Ifrit isn't even close to his next level. So we have to find the Descender, and there's the last item. It looks like it's going to be an oil, from the looks of it. Yes, it's going to be an oil. And Ifrit's just going to town with Salamand. But there we go, we're going to take the blue oil and then try and find the Descender again. Because we've already been on this floor, and I actually don't think I've seen the Descender for this floor yet. Which is kind of strange. There it is. We're gonna go ahead and descend down to the 11th floor again. And that's gonna be it for this episode. In the next episode, we're gonna continue heading down to the basement. So, next time, this has been Razor Flame Code. May all of your days shine brightly.